Starting a photography business can be extremely expensive, but what if I told you there was an easy way to cut your cost? So I don't know about you all, but running a business seems awesome, but I also don't want to spend all my money to do it. When you start a photography business, you can easily spend more than $10,000 just on the gear alone. So let's talk about 3 tips that will help you save your money while you're building your portfolio and your photography business. And shout out to this video sponsor, Borrow Lenses, which is one of the main ways that you can actually help save yourself the cost when you're starting your business. I'm actually waiting for a camera right now that I just rented from them, so we'll be talking about them later in the video once that shipment comes, hopefully soon. But let's talk about tip number 1, which is building the portfolio of your dreams. Now, with something like Borrow Lenses and renting the camera that you really want to have, you can save yourself the cost and also build a portfolio that you want to have. So if you want to build your portfolio with an amazing camera like the Fujifilm GFX 100S, you would be able to rent that for your weddings rather than going out and buying one, which, trust me, it is an expensive camera. I know a lot of times when you're starting, you may not have $5,000 to go spend on the latest camera, but if you're renting your camera, you can spend maybe $150, $200 for a couple of days for every wedding that you do. By doing this, you can get the full-blown quality that you want out of the cameras that you can't afford yet, to build your portfolio, to get better clients, and to actually start making the money so that you can get the camera that you truly want. Now, it's easy to want to go ahead and just spend all your money up front on the gear before you start your business, but let me tell you, that is a big no-no. I actually just talked about this in my last video, which you definitely should check out in the link above, about how to not start your photography business. But I specifically did that myself. I bought everything up front before I was even booking weddings, and it took me nearly 5 years to actually pay off all the gear that I bought. And let's not even talk about the amount of interest I wasted when I could have been using something like Borrow Lenses to actually rent my camera, build my portfolio, and save myself some money. So don't buy all of your gear up front. Use something like Borrow Lenses. Oh, there they go right now. Let me go ahead and grab it. Alright, so now that I have my camera is a great point to talk about this video's sponsor, Borrow Lenses. Borrow Lenses has been my go-to place to rent gear online for years. I've been using them honestly since the beginning of my business, and it's a great way to rent a body or a lens that you don't own yet and get a feel for it if you want it, and also build your portfolio using gear that you do not own yet. Borrow Lenses has a huge selection of cameras, most all the camera bodies you would want, and they just got the new XH2S in, which is what I'm currently renting now. I'm gonna be bringing it to a wedding because I wanna see how this body works as far as weddings and if I wanna use it or the XH2 as well. Borrow Lenses is reasonably priced and it's very easy to get your camera. You go online, you pick your gear, you put what dates you want to keep it for, and they basically just mail it out to you. It comes with a return label as well, so all you have to do is use that label and send it back to either UPS or FedEx, and it sends right back to them. I've personally never had an issue with them, and recently I just rented a GFX 100S so I can dual body for a wedding. It's going to be an awesome video too, so make sure to subscribe to the channel to check that out. So make sure to create your way with Borrow Lenses and get your first rental at 20% off with the promo code JohnBranch. Seriously, it is a great service that I've been using for a long time, and like I was just saying, it's a great way to save yourself money while you're building your portfolio. Speaking of which, let's talk about tip number 2, which renting gear is a great way to save the bottom end of your business. Again, buying all of your gear up front is not the way to do it. Obviously you can, and most businesses always take some type of investment, but just buying all of your gear, I'm telling you, it's a waste of money. I personally did it and I regret doing it. Now, the reason renting is so good is if you rent from somewhere like Borrow Lenses and say you want to buy the XH2S, which is what, around $2,500, I can rent that camera about 7 times before I get up to $2,500 at all. And that's not counting if you use my promo code in the description below, or you get any other deals that may come up throughout the year. On top of that, even if you're booking sessions or weddings for only $1,000, you're talking about making $7,000 and the 7 times that you rented this camera, and then you subtract that from the 7,000 you made, and you're still making like what, 4,500? So that's a pretty good deal. Whereas if you buy your gear up front, you're just broke and you're trying to pay back all that money and you're always at zero. Also, again, during that time that you're saving the money, you're getting used to the camera and you're seeing if it's what you want to buy. Then after you've done your 7 weddings, renting only, you can go back now and say, you know what, I like this camera, it works, it matches my portfolio, and I came out of it with $4,500, so now I can go ahead and buy that camera and not be in the red. So seriously consider renting your gear instead of straight up buying it. Like, please do not make the mistake that I made. And tip number 3 is it's a great way to test out a camera that you haven't had a chance to use yet. Again, with all of these great camera bodies coming onto the market, it's hard to really tell what you want to use. Again, I'm renting the X-H2S right now because yes, I've used it at a couple of portrait shoots and for some video, but I have not had a chance to actually use it at a wedding. So I'll be using it at a wedding this weekend to see how it really holds up. I also think it'll give me a good idea of how the X-H2 will hold up as well, and then I can rent one of those whenever they get it and see how that 40 megapixels does on weddings. Actually, speaking of which, let me know in the comments below, X-H2S or X-H2, who are you going with? But again, rent the bodies that you think you want to upgrade to. Don't just buy it and then have to deal with returning it, which, yo, I have a funny story. When I started, I actually used to buy my camera from Amazon. I used the Canon 6D and I would buy it, use it for a while and return it. And I kept doing this instead of renting. And it got to the point where Amazon had to hit me up and be like, yo, you need to stop returning this high ticket gear or we're going to close your account. So that's like a bonus reason not to just be out there buying gear and returning it. Actually rent it, use it, test it, and see how you like it instead of doing craziness like me and almost getting kicked off of Amazon. Seriously, you want to do these things for your business to make sure that you're not wasting your money, wasting your time, and always getting caught up in gas, gear, acquisition syndrome, and just buying stuff all the time for no reason. And something else you want to do is check out this playlist here to teach you more about wedding photography and running your own photography business and how you can actually make that money in the future.